The day a blind man finally sees, the first thing he throws away is not fear. It's not doubt. It's the stick that supported him his entire life. That truth is uncomfortable because it reminds us of something we rarely want to admit. Sometimes what once saved us eventually holds us back, and life has a way of teaching this lesson quietly, slowly, over time. Many of the most important lessons in life are never taught in school. They're learned through disappointment, through silence, through moments where you realize you gave too much to the wrong people for too long, not because you were weak, not because you were naive, but because you were good and didn't know when to stop. If you've ever asked yourself, why do I keep ending up drained? Why do people change once they get what they want? Why does being honest sometimes feel lonely? Then stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see your life and your relationships with a clarity that only wisdom brings. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share the most honest life lessons that older generations learned the hard way. Lessons about love, boundaries, discipline, freedom, and peace. And if you stay until the very end, you'll walk away with one powerful realization. The kind that doesn't just comfort you. It changes how you move through life. 1. Being good to the wrong people has a cost. Sometimes you suffer in life not because you're a bad person, but because you stayed kind long after kindness turned into self-betrayal. There's a quiet difference between being compassionate and being endlessly available. One heals relationships. The other slowly drains you. Many people don't lose themselves all at once. They disappear gradually, by always understanding, always forgiving, always staying, until one day, they look in the mirror and realize they no longer recognize themselves. 2. Not everyone thinks the way you do. One of the biggest mistakes we make in life is assuming that others think, feel, and value things the way we do. You assume loyalty because you are loyal, honesty because you are honest, gratitude because you are grateful. But not everyone operates from the same place, and when you finally realize this, it's not bitterness that arrives, it's clarity. 3. You cannot change someone who sees no problem. There is no argument strong enough, no sacrifice big enough, no explanation clear enough to change someone who doesn't see an issue with their behavior. Trying to do so only teaches them one thing, that you will stay, no matter how little effort they make. 4. Freedom begins where opinions end. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is freedom from what others think. Not indifference, not arrogance, freedom. Because once your decisions are no longer controlled by approval or fear of judgment, you begin to live honestly. 5. Love cannot be negotiated with effort. You cannot make someone love you by giving them more of what they already don't appreciate. Overgiving doesn't inspire love. It normalizes neglect. And love that must be begged for is not love, it's endurance. 6. Dignity lives in the details. Your clothes don't need to be expensive, but they should be clean, neat, respected. Wrinkles don't just affect fabric, they affect how you carry yourself. Dignity is quiet, but always visible. 7. Missing someone doesn't mean they belong in your life. Missing is part of healing, not a signal to return. Sometimes you don't miss the person. You miss who you were before things broke, and that version of you deserves protection. 8. Change people or change environments. Stop trying to change people. Change yourself, change your environment, or change both. But don't stay stuck hoping someone else will do the work for you. 9. Leave when promises turn into apologies. A single apology can heal. Repeated apologies become patterns. When "I'm sorry" replaces action, it's time to walk away. 10. Life has no warning signals. Drive carefully on the road called life. People will switch lanes without signaling. Change without explanation. Leave without closure. That's not cruelty. That's reality. 11. People reveal themselves when they stop benefiting. You learn a lot about people when they no longer get what they want from you. Pay attention to who stays when you stop overgiving. 12. Honesty attracts fewer people, but the right ones. Being honest may not give you many friends, but it will always give you the right ones. And one real connection is worth more than 100 shallow ones. 13. Growth requires facing uncomfortable truth. You grow in proportion to how much truth you can accept about yourself without running away. Growth is not loud. It's humbling. 14. Discipline is the real freedom. Only disciplined people are free. The undisciplined are slaves to moods, impulses, and excuses. Freedom is structure, not chaos. 15. Strength shows up quietly. The first to apologize is the bravest. The first to forgive is the strongest. The first to forget is the happiest. Not because they lost, but because they refused to carry unnecessary weight. 16. Walking away matters more than choosing right. Choosing well is important, but walking away from wrong requires more courage. If you keep asking yourself whether something is worth it, it probably isn't. 17. Silence can be self-care. Forgiving someone quietly and never speaking to them again is not weakness, it's boundaries. 18. Release loosens control. The moment you stop reacting so tightly, life loosens its grip on you. Peace begins where resistance ends. Sooner or later, you realize something simple. Everything will be okay. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. Because wisdom doesn't arrive loudly. It arrives gently when you're finally ready to listen. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment below and share the lesson that touched you most. Subscribe to Timeless Energy for reflections that honor wisdom, dignity, and emotional clarity. Until next time, walk gently, live honestly, and trust the quiet lessons life gives you.